Hey, Spuddies! Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as Minecraft Steve! Oh my goodness. I think we're going to be getting some sewers for the first time in a very long time. I normally don't actually bother building sewers because they don't seem that particularly good to me to only get 2 housing for an awful lot of production. But in this particular instance, it does seem worth it. I am tempted to go ahead and blow up the unit. It could be worth it. These trade routes are getting centralized to Beacon Town, and I think the main goal for this episode is to just continue chooching on. We are literally on the verge of researching research labs, so we are going to go ahead and do what we do best and go through our entire empire and make sure the research lab is a priority. That's a 2-turn research lab, by the way. That is POG. Make sure we queue those up in every single city because getting the research lab is a very important part of the game plan. Now that we have chemistry, we do need to go for the oil power plant because we're going to run out of power soon. So I'm going to pick up refining to get oil. Normally I would rush straight for rocketry, but I don't think that makes sense in this particular instance because we're going to have electricity troubles. So I'm going to go for the hydroelectric dam and oil here to try to make that work a little bit better for me because I need electricity because I'm burning through my coal a little bit too quickly. Yeah, I'm burning through way too much coal right now. In fact, let me have a look at the old coal situation. I could have settled for coal over here. There's no way for me to get more coal. Well, I guess I could improve that coal right there. Let's go ahead and buy a builder to make that go happen. Nuclear program has advanced. There's steam power as well. Let's go ahead and make our dedication. We will dedicate to the heartbeat of steam. This will give us campus district science adjacency as production. Not that we need it, but I mean, I guess it is nice. Although reform the coinage could be nice for the gold. I think we'll take the science as production because it seems like quite nice to me. Ooh, we got nationalism. So we can start to combine units together and do all sorts of fun stuff like that. We could 3-turn some wonders here. I don't think we necessarily need to. I mean, there's no reason not to build the Orzagaz, right? The Orzagaz. Let's make sure we also grab ourselves a third spy rather. We'll go ahead and improve that coal because we are burning through a astronomical amount of coal per turn. There is the Ruhr Valley, 20% production in the city, +1 mine resource, and we can also now get +1. Oh my god, look at that, +1 on mines. God damn, that is a delicious city now. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can build our hydroelectric dams. I will be building a cupola oil power plants as well. I think it would also be quite good for me to get a water park right here. This one hits quite a few cities, plus it has a 9 range, but that would actually go to 12 range. So that should hit all 8 cities. It'll go to 12 range because I have Mexico City under my control. So that will be a nice bunch of amenities. Thinking about the research lab, could go for the stock exchange. Not sure that I need to. Let's have a look at the city overlap of 9. I think the oil power plant will be going down into Redstonia. Boosh. Make sure we also get the hydroelectric dam in there to bring down our electricity needs. And in the capital city, we will do basically the same thing. Get those hydroelectric dams. We are about to run out of coal because we're burning a lot of coal as a result of having those coal burners. But you know, it's not the end of the world. It just means our science is a little bit hurt until we get renewables and oil, which is totally acceptable. Let's go ahead and perhaps we could make a campus research grant. Yep, I think we're at the phase of the game now where we can lock in science as a productivity because we have the triple building, which means we're getting 9 science. We're fully locking that in, and we can go giga science in all of our cities. There's Orzagaz, which will give us 100% diplomatic favor per turn from starting a turn as suzerain of a city-state, which means we'll get a little bit of a trickle of city-state amenities. There's 1,500 gold stolen from the city of Edinburgh. We shall build ourselves a Ferris wheel and continue to repair these beautiful tiles. You are going to take a level up and you will be an ace driver to give you a better chance to escape in the event that you get caught doing a mission. I do like that as a promotion. We're finishing yet more of these beautiful buildings. There's Scorched Earth. We will come over here. We finished the research lab. Let's lock in science as a goal, and then we will go ahead and start building the workshop. Probably shouldn't have built so many blast furnaces, but listen, that is the way the cookie crumble. I don't really have a use for any of these guys. I may as well take a couple of suzerainties, keep a few envoys in the bank. In the bank, like filthy Frank. We finished a hydroelectric dam in the capital, which is bringing down our need for electricity. We could build a whole bunch of stuff in here, but the thing that we really need to build is a few campus research grants. That'll be the thing that'll take us to the next level. Now, we also finished this. We'll go into science focus in here. We don't need any of these buildings. We need 0 buildings. The only thing that might be worth building is the entertainment complex to go for the level 2 to get the arena to keep the amenities nice and high in here. I guess that's kind of reasonable. We'll do that right there. That would be a reasonable thing to do. We did lock in science there. Yes, we did. And you, good sir, are going around building building mines for me. Akkad, let's lock in science for you. We'll lock in science for you. What have you finished? You finished your hydroelectric dam. You're locked in on science. You don't need to build anything else. Go ahead and build that sewer. And, oh, we have found Nanmiddle. Let's go ahead and try to make friends with Nanmiddle, because eventually, if we can get control of them, that'll be a nice boost to our culture. Go ahead and operate at a higher level in Cullen. Thank you very much, Mr. Spy. Australia spawned on this weird kind of Japan island over here. And when I say Japan island, I mean it's just like an island on the edge of, a continent, which is, like very barely connected, like little sea connection. It looks like a little mini Japan. It's this world's version of Japan, okay, or England. We did finish military science, not particularly important because that's just the gateway technology to the drug that is oil. I finished a workshop here in the Crown Mesa. Let's go for the factory. Again, we're going to the factory. Well, I'm going to go for the seaport first because I want that nice gold yield on the coastal tiles. And in fact, Boomtown as well, we're going to go for the seaport. Building the factory is mainly a gateway to getting more engineering points. Speaking of engineering points, perhaps it could be worth it for us to run a few industrial zone logistics, because this will provide the city with full power while it's active, allowing us to power our cities. Escape on a vehicle. You did manage to escape. Good job. I've decided to stop escaping on foot, and the reason why is because I am lazy. I'm just going to click whichever one is fastest. Welcome to the World Congress. Get out of here. I don't care. Oh God, you can't actually skip it like that. I would like to be able to steal money better. And I would like duplicates of turtles to be better. Otherwise, I just don't care, because I'm not trying to get diplomatic victory points, and I don't really care to optimize that part of the thing. Ooh, executing steal money is done at a higher level. We managed to finish the arena in here. Let's go ahead and grab the sewers to get the extra housing. Otherwise, nothing else needs to be built in here. I guess you could theoretically make an argument for the neighborhood, which I guess I will place down for the fun of it. We're going to go for the workshop, and we'll also grab the seaport in here. I think we'll go with workshop first because that's worth 6 culture, but then I'll go for the seaport. The seaport is nice because it is a building that provides +2 food, 8 gold, and a housing, as well as +2 gold on all coastal tiles in this city, which is a pretty damn nice increase, if I do say so myself. Boomtown could use a builder. A bit of rifling going on in here. Rifling through your wallet, looking for a picture of your mama. Oh yeah. Ada Lovelace we can claim, and she will allow us to build extra districts. I don't really have much of a use for her, so no point really building her. Otherwise, this city has basically completed everything that it needs to do, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of campus research grants. A little bit of a spy who is ready to level up. Why don't you go ahead and counter spy at a higher level, because that could be quite a useful ability if you eventually take it to that ability level. Go ahead and build me a little fishing resource on this fish, this little axolotl, cute little axolotl tile. Go ahead and get me, probably need like 2 builders over here in order to optimize the tiles, and I will send this spy back to where? We've got a spy in Lawrence and Brick. Edinburgh and Cullen, so the other place is Dumfries, unless there's a better place to steal from. There is not. Dumfries, let's steal from Dumfries. We managed to finish researching refining, which does give us access to oil, and have we, ding, 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 discovered a new source of oil? We did, underneath a district. That's great. And another source of oil, bing, 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 over here. Beautiful. Those are all fantastic things. Now, let's go ahead and immediately pick up rocketry, because that's what we need to build a spaceport, which is what we need to win the game. We have the oil power plant in here. I'm going to go ahead and get the secondary power source. And looks like we are finally starting to power the majority of my empire, both through coal and renewable and a little bit of oil. That'll hopefully get a little bit better as time goes on. Let's go ahead and yoink Reno. Disguise is a good promotion. He's also maxed out his promotion, which is worth +2 era score. I'm going to go ahead and move this trade route to the capital city, and then I will use the trade route in the capital city to optimize 4 science increases. I need to make sure I have an alliance with you, so that means those trade routes to you are getting me food and production, which is exactly what I want. In the city of Beacon Town, we're getting 22 production from outgoing trade and 13 food from outgoing trade. How quaint. Nice. There is flight, which will give us tourism based on the culture yield of our tiles. However, that's not an important thing for us. And now we no longer need to gain sources. However, I do still think it's worth it to gain sources because if there's something that lowers the level of your spy in a city, I do believe that counteracts it. I could be wrong. I don't know, but maybe it's just like a little superstition that I hold on to, right? It's like, touch wood after you do something bad luck, right? If you walk under a ladder, you got to break a mirror, right? Something like that. You know, you got to fix the look. Something like that. We all watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer when we were kids, right? Let's go ahead and recruit Janaki Amal, who will give me 400 science for each rainforest here or adjacent. Well, the funny thing, Janaki, is I completely obliterated any rainforest inside my empire, and I never actually really even spawned with any. So I'm just going to go ahead and send you to somewhere random to get a little bit of science out of you. Keep fighting for Nan Middle. That's what we're doing. Keep stealing money from Cullen. I wish to trade with Sumeria, because Sumeria is my friend. And if I go ahead and declare a friendship with you, establish a resident embassy, I did those in the reverse order that I said them out loud. I'll get open borders and then we'll get an alliance. Research with me, my friend. I may as well declare friendships with all of the AIs who are willing to take it from me, because that just means there's less people who can declare war on me. And honestly, if you were living your life as a quasi eternal emperor of a human civilization, wouldn't you want there to be less war so you can just do what you want to do? Real talk though, if there was a human candidate in the world who I feel is qualified to take over human civilization as an immortal god king, I really do think it's me. And I'm not just saying that because I think I'm awesome or I'm like blowing smoke up my own ass. I really do think that I could do it, you know? I've got so much practice. I've played so many games. I've played so many strategy games. I understand world politics, right? Here's world politics in a nutshell, okay? The bigger country is usually wrong. Whoever's got the bigger army is probably doing some fucked up shit. That's how that works. Okay, +1 era score. There's mobilization, governor title. I guess I'll take Amani and I'll plug her. I guess I don't need to plug her in anywhere. I'll put her into Namadal for the +2 envoys there. And I will promote Pingala with the space initiative. And we shall keep the train rolling. Baby, we're playing Civ like we used to play it 4 or 5 years ago. We are just nonstop action to action, action to action, action to action, action to action, action to action. I hope you zoomed in every time I said the word action there, Morbus. And if you didn't, you've got tenure, so you won't lose your job. We did just unlock aluminium. Did you hear that, chat? He said, I have tenure. It can be taken from you at any point. Isn't that the whole point of tenure, is that it can't be taken away? We are 4 turns away from researching spaceports, and we're bouncing around from thought to thought without a care in the world. Let's go ahead and do some more campus research grants, because goddamn do I want more great scientists. I mean, I would make do with like an average scientist, but man, we all really want to have a great scientist in our life. It's like, you know, if I wanted to get into a relationship, which, by the way, ladies, or femboys, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I want to date someone perfectly average. I want to date someone great. No, actually, I take that back. I actually completely rescind that. Having now experienced the dating world in a whole spectrum of different behaviors, ideas, the way people behave and what they do, and people who are defensive, people who are critical, people who are this, that, the other. I just want someone who's chill. I just want someone who's really chill and is like, treats me well, is respectful, enjoys my company, respects my feelings, has a great time with me, yada, 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 yada. I think human standards are too high, man. I think we put the perfect relationship on a pedestal, and thus we close our minds to the potential. I feel like there is now maybe this is just because I inhabit like very male centric areas of the internet. Let's have a look here. So we got the campus, we got the harbor, we got the industrial zone. We don't need the water park. We don't need the entertainment complex. We don't need the commercial hub. We don't need literally anything in here because it's basically fully built. Let's go ahead and do the campus research grant. I really feel like when I go online and I'm like reading about like relationship advice or like, this is what you should do, it feels like people talk about relationships in a very feminine way. Okay? Now, I want to be clear. Not saying what I mean by that is they talk about like resolving conflict, talking about your feelings and doing all these things. And these are things that you would, you can disagree that this association is appropriate, but these are things that would have been once upon a time associated with sort of feminine traits, right? Talking about your feelings, having feelings in general, potentially. And, there are like different spectrums of feelings that men and women experience. Like I would say people generally share the same feelings, but how they express them and deal with them are different. And I feel like a lot of like relationship advice is really like centered around things that make women, that like fulfill the woman's need. Does that make sense? Whereas like sometimes the guy's need is like, dude, can we just go like throw a tennis ball around for 15 minutes? You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds so stupid. And not every man is like that. But let's go do something together and like have a good time and chill. And like that will like 90% of the time, that will repair the relationship somewhat. And like, I feel like I run into a lot of women, and this might just be because dating in your 30s is absolute, just don't want to talk about it. But people who just have not learned to deal with their negative emotions. Does that make sense? In a healthy manner. And I'm like way too chill and way too forgiving, because I also sometimes I have trouble dealing with my negative emotions, man. I get it, dude. We all get a little mad. We all get a little crazy. But here's the thing. I feel like I give the people I date like literally 10 miles of rope. And I'm just like, hey, you're good, right? I get that you got mad and you snapped at me and you said some mean shit. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. All right? Just stop doing that thing. Just stop doing it. Just don't do it no more. And forgive me when I do it, because I also, I'm not perfect neither. But I feel like in my relationships, dude, people like, if I get a little bit mad because you said some shit that triggered me, you cling to that shit forever. This is something I've experienced in my life. And like, it'll be brought up in future arguments. It'll be, if I do something wrong, it is clung to. Whereas if the other person does something wrong, I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude, it's all good. And I just need someone who is like me, a little bit fiery, but very easily forgives. Because I'm a fiery guy, man. All right, I get heated. Okay, I got opinions. I got, well, not necessarily debate skills, but I need someone who can have it out with me, and then like 10 minutes later, we're giggling and laughing at like a stupid pickle Rick meme. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy I am. I need someone who can get real heated and then doesn't hold it against me. Because I get, I don't know. I just need someone who knows how to repair relationships. I feel like nobody knows how to fix relationships. It's like, bro, you just say, yeah, I'm sorry. And then you spend a little bit of quality time together and don't say any mean shit for a day or two, and you're good. Like that's how relationships work. I feel like it's so frustrating because I meet so many women. I don't know if I'm crazy here, right? But I literally sat down, like from the age of like 18 until now, and that's like 13 years. And I sat down and I was very seriously asking myself the question of like, what kind of life do I have? We just unlocked the moon landing, by the way. So we're going to launch that soon. We'll get 10 times our science as culture, which is a really nice bonus. And we'll get that soon. And I really sat down and I asked myself, what do I really want from life? And so I was like researching how to be a good lover, how to be this, how to be that. And along the way, I've had a lot of bad advice, right? For sure. In male spaces, the advice is insane. But the quote unquote healthy advice is very female centric, I feel. And doesn't acknowledge the way that women need to step up. A lot of the things, they seem like things that, I don't know how to explain this. I would really need to think about this more. It feels like a lot of responsibility to quote unquote fix and repair relationships is kind of put on the back of men. Now that could be just my experience. I guarantee you there's probably women in the audience who feel completely differently, and they're like, bro, you ain't out here dating men, these bum ass losers who don't have the emotional range of like a teaspoon. And I'm like, I get it, 100%. I'm not. I'm out here living in an attic, playing Civ and other video games on the daily basis. So yeah, for sure. I get it, dude. Anyway, my point is, I sat down and I was like, this is what I want my life to be. And I really like studied myself. And I was like, what do I want in life? And I sat down, I was like, I want to be a YouTuber. Boom. And I just started doing it. And I worked so hard that I eventually made it happen. And this phase of my life, I'm like, I want a relationship. And I'm like, what do I do to make a relationship work? And like, I actually sat down and thought about that. And I try so hard. But dude, it is so heartbreaking when you're literally like, do you know what I feel like? I feel like someone would be like, oh, we have this disagreement. This is like the end of the relationship. And I'm like, no, it can be the end of the relationship. If you want it to be the end of the relationship, that's chill. But like, that's a decision we make. We can actually live with this difference. And I feel like maybe, is my approach wrong? Am I just trying to explain relationships to people and then they look at me and think they're being lectured? And I'm like, listen, no. Trust me on this one. This is what we should do. And this is why. And then they just get like all defensive and emotional because I'm like explaining relationships to them. I'm going to date robots. Bring on the sex bots. I'm done. All right, I'm out. I'm out of the dating market. I'm done. See this? I want you to, somebody clip this video and send it to me in about 6 months when I get into another relationship. Listen, man. Women, eh? Can't live with them. Can't live without them. Okay, we just unlocked suffrage, which will give us access to democracy. Let's go ahead and, +2 era score. Lovely, 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 lovely. We're going to go ahead and plug in New Deal. That'll be 16 amenities. We will need to get up to at least a few more districts. That should, well, actually, no, that's actually the right amount. We would like, I don't think we care too much about mercantile legacy. I do think we like, I think we like invention for now. I don't know if we need to change any other things. I mean, economic union would be nice. I guess we're not building any wonders anymore, so we can replace skyscrapers with that. I think we would like this. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. And now our trade routes to Gilgamesh should be poggers, dude. 6 food, 7 production, 9 gold. Now that will mean my cap, it should be over 200 production. We should definitely, we have the entertainment complex here. We're about to finish the moon landing. We are a handful of turns from finishing the Mars colony. So man, we are on the way to the end of the game. Now, in terms of technology, we definitely want to be picking up social media. Yeah, we want e-commerce. Yeah, we want e-commerce. So we're going to go straight for globalization because we want the +2 production, +5 gold from all trade routes. And we also want the +5% science per city state that we are suzerain of. We'll make our way over there. But this is what I love about Civ, man. It's just such a game that I've played so much Civ that I can just kind of like play it on autopilot and then talk about like random stuff in my life. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think my hot take is my system for picking people to be in a relationship with is flawed, because I'm going to be real with you guys. My system is they're hot and they're interested in me, and like that's a great combo for those 5 month long relationships. Oh man, hey, listen. It is what it is, right? There's the moon landing, so we're going to get a huge boost of culture, +4 era score from that too. And we are popping through the Cold War, into the space race, into globalization. Maybe my problem is I approach relationships the same way I approach beating a video game. I'm like, I got to do all the right moves to get the end results. But the problem is I'm not always playing a video game to win. That's a big problem, right? Because sometimes you're playing to fuck around. You're doing a weird build in Diablo, you know what I mean? Sometimes you're just doing weird shit and you're just doing it because it's funny. And, that's probably not a good thing. I'm like, why, yes, honey, I will get drunk and puke on your shoes. That was entirely planned by me. I'm not just doing the drinking build. All right, we did just get plastics. And we are working on some good-ass stuff. Spaceport, holy site. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. Let's get this. Let's go ahead and get a spy in the city of Akkad. We will continue to trade with my good friend, Sumeria. 8 cities feels like good. Like, I mean, look how many cities the AI has. Like, if we take a look at Ethiopia is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cities. Is that right? 13 cities. It's a lot of cities. No, 14. It's like, god damn, that guy's on a lot of cities. We're up to 480 science per turn. We are closely being followed by Gilgamesh. We have finished the Royal Society, so we can start feeding builders into this project. We'll go ahead and keep building our spies. We're going to recruit our good lady, Margaret Mead, and she needs to be used on a campus of a non-hostile foreign power, which aka is Sumeria. Let's keep doing these campus research grants. Let's max out Pingala, not because there's a reason to, but just because I want the era score and it's a nice meme. Let's build some solar farms, A for the era score and B for the electricity. You know what's crazy, dude? like let's playing, making videos in Civilization 6 is actually like emotionally stabilizing for me. I can actually like be going through some like emotionally difficult stuff. This is something I realized because when I was recording Age of Wonders content, that was not true because that was not like the same level of comfy. I'm going to go for Heartbeat of Steam here, by the way, so we can get +1 era score for every industrial era or later building that or later building that we construct. A nice little bit of era score, particularly from building things like sewers. Whereas like I can actually be going through like a breakup, or I could be going through like, example, around about January, there was a death in the family. You know, I could be going through stuff, and if I'm just keeping playing Civ, it actually just keeps me going, man. I'm in like a chill mood. I'm making videos. I'm having a great time. Now, I might like when I let go of the mouse, I might be like a little bit sad or whatever. But I feel good in that I got my work done, and I just really don't care about what this World Congress is all about. I mean, honestly, none of that really has an impact on the outcome of the game. So it's really just a distraction screen. Honestly, as part of a speed run, the best thing you can do is just try to get through that screen ASAP. We did build a spy. This spy is going to counter spy on the spaceport, and you are going to go ahead and repair all these things. We've built a spy. We have not unlocked that thing yet. We are burning through our coal. Go ahead and do some campus research grants for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I should definitely plug in the card that gives me +2 builder charges because I want 6 charge builders, because the higher the number of build charges that are on your builder, the more production they feed into the project when you're going for the space projects. Oh, I managed it. Oh, yeah. Margaret Mead, thank you for the 1,000 science. There's the space race and synthetic materials completed, getting us really close to that juicy composites and nanotechnology. Taking a look at sewers, we are 11 turns from globalization. Let's go ahead and keep doing those campus research grants. I'm tempted to just keep going, but there's probably like one more episode in this series. We could do an extra long final series. Let's do an extra long ending episode. Come on. We used to do it all the time. It's a classic move from Potato McWhiskey. I'm going to go ahead and delete this ironclad because it's using up fuel. I do need to heal it up before I do that, so I'll tell that what it will do. +1 era score for reaching 20 population, probably in my capital city of all places. Beacon Town is a beacon of humanity. Let's go ahead and oh, there is a scientific city-state out there. Let's go ahead and start making friends with him because that's a nice little bit of science scaling that we can grab off that. Let's go ahead and keep doing those campus research grants because that's the thing that we should do at this stage of the game. Go ahead and repair that tile and we shall allow a few things to go. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Hey, Jude, don't be so sad. I don't remember how that Beatles songs go. I need to go do like a Beatles playlist listen through. Moderate flood mitigated. We mitigated a moderate flood. Yep, go ahead and build that. Dude, this is why I started a YouTube channel. So I could just say random ass shit as I played video games. And here's the thing. You guys aren't even paying customers. The dumbasses the incredibly intelligent people who advertise using YouTube are paying me. Let's go ahead and go to Sodo. We'll steal some money from there. Let's go ahead and delete this ironclad because we're yeeting that ironclad. Let's go ahead and grab you, send you away. We don't need to send you anywhere. We're going to work all these scientific projects. Erwin Scrotinger. Right, there's composites, 1 tech away from the nanotechnology launching of the space thingy. We definitely could make use of Roberto Godardo, so we'll go ahead and recruit him. And they want Sergei Korolev. So let's have a look. Great engineers. We got Robert Goddard. And the reason I want Robert Goddard is because I would like him to... Oh, I can't move him this turn. Basically, he gives 20% production towards space race projects. Because I have the mausoleum, I can use him twice, which means he will give a 40% boost to the space race project, which is a awfully nice thing for him to do, in my opinion. Why is this tile all weird? Why do you want me to do a thing here? I don't understand what you're asking of me. Siphon those funds, siphon the funds. That's a nice Huey, Louie, and Huey. Build it, rock it, knock it, sock it. Hour after hour, work is never over. Ada Lovelace is going away from my capital. I've got 25,000 money in the bank. I should probably sell off some things like so, and then purchase some things like so. Hey, look at that. We're ecstatic in all 8 cities, which means, right? Ecstatic in all 8 cities, which means we're getting a 20% boost to all yields. We almost have 300 production per turn in the capital. Oh my God. Oh God, Jesus Christ. We need to get up here somewhere. We don't need seasteads. Let's have a look. We'll go to nuclear. It's nuclear. Keep boosting up our friendship with Bologna, because once we do that, we go from 630 to 650 science, which might not seem like much, but by golly, Jim G. Willikers, I'm telling you, bud, it is a big deal. Let's put all these builders to sleep. Night. It's night time for you, buddy. Requesting a mod that changes the sleep button to night time. Moderate flood, mitigated. 1,592 gold has been stolen, which is excellent. We have done even more campus research grants. Why don't you go ahead and do me a little bit of industrial zone logistics? I could get some more great engineer points. Come over here, make some mines for me. Make that energy. Yep, continue to steal money from me, although do make sure that you gain sources, because I want you to operate at the highest level possible so that you don't get killed, because we have 30,000 gold. We're happy to let the world stand united as friends. We have to renew that alliance with Gilgamesh yet again. I can't believe we passed through so many turns. So alliance, research alliance, skadoosh, we just make sure that that goes through. Don't really care about anything else. I just want to make sure that that alliance stays strong. And we have basically everything that we need. I will continue to build builders in the city of Boomtown, because these are 6 charge builders, and those 6 charge builders will be able to more efficiently finish the space race projects that I will be feeding them into. I'm like, you know what I want in life? This is the thing that I learned from my last couple of relationships. I just want someone who's chill, who wants a serious relationship, and wants to, like, couple nights a week, sit on the couch and watch a movie after eating dinner. Just like, not every night. Just like maybe we carve out Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are our nights. Once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, we go to the park, we get a coffee, we sit down, we look at the dogs pass, and we talk about just random ass shit about the internet. Like, dude, did you see that video about, I don't know, turtles escaping the Atlantic Ocean to migrate to Venezuela? Yeah, dude, I saw that video. That's insane. What if I was a turtle? Would you still love me? Listen, baby, if you were a turtle, I would absolutely throw you back in the water, because you're an endangered species. All right, let's go ahead and get started on that Mars colony. I'm going to go ahead and feed a builder into the Mars colony, just mostly getting rid of the low charge builders, because I want thick 6 charge builders sitting around this place. I'm all about those thickums. We got globalization, +2 production, +5 gold. I do want to have globalization plugged in. I think it would be better than liberalism, because it's concentrating all that production in my capital. And we already have a ton of amenities, so we don't need those small number of amenities. We'll go for near future governance now, because I don't really care. Ooh, I should have totally plugged in Science Commission. We'll do that next turn. Or International Space Program, whatever it's called. Morbus is going to have a hell of a time editing this footage, because it's like so much of it is just me making noises, me doing random ass stuff, and he's going to be like, I don't know which things I meant to include in the video. What is happening? Which is, I imagine, how Morbus talks. That's his soy voice. All right, we did just finish the Mars colony, which is a beautiful time, +4 error score, big poggers. We're very happy with that. Now we want to go straight into campus research grants. I totally need to pay to unlock this international space program, skadoosh, and then I need to make sure that I get as many suzerainties as possible. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get that many, but as many as I can, okay? As many as humanely possible. The English language really needs, like, a serious overhaul. How is the word possible spelt the way that it is? Possible, right? Possible. That's how that word should be pronounced, okay? I refuse to accept that the way that the current way things are spelled is okay. It's not okay. And I'm tired of pretending that it is okay. I'm tired of having to live with this insane ass language that was forced upon my people hundreds of years ago. I forgot to build flood barriers here. I'm just going to not care. We're so close to the end of the game that it's not necessary. We did just research computers. We're getting advanced power cells. We're searching for that last project that's up there somewhere. It's up there. We've got a whole stack of builders ready and waiting. Karl Sagun is about to go, and so is Sergei Korolov. Let's go ahead and make sure that we get as many suzerainties as we can. We can steal this suzerainty. Boing. That'll bring us up to 827 science per turn. Feels pretty good. Should probably just put these guys to sleep. Night, builders. A 1,000-year flood mitigated. Let's go ahead and recruit Sergei Korolov. Welcome to the gang, Sergei. Who is next? Karl Sagun is next. We shall go for him. I like saying the names in a silly fashion, because I think it really bothers people. There's certain people out there who don't like it when things are pronounced in a silly way. Certain words like really bother them. And I think we can all agree that it's okay to bother those people. Let's go ahead and siphon funds for a little bit of cash. 1,760 cash, if I am not mistaken. Refuse your deal. Get the hell out of my face, Scotland. Nobody asked, and nobody will ever ask, because you're British Empire bootlickers. Let's go ahead and keep stomping along. Man, every turn, there's very few actions I need to take every turn now. It's literally just like, did a builder finish? Yes, move them into position and then tell them to go asleep. Cultural heritage has been finished. What a beautiful thing. There's 900 gold. Campus research grants. Chain them all together. Keep getting a bunch more. Oh, campus research grants have been completed. Do a whole bunch more. And more envoys. 2 envoys into Bologna. 5, not enough there. Yeah, not quite enough to take over anyone. So we'll take over Bologna. Bringing us up to almost 900 science per turn, which feels pretty darn good. You need to level up. I think Quartermaster is a pretty decent promotion. It's like up there in terms of like how good it can be. One-time deals. I refuse your deal, sir. +2 era score for completing a technology from the next era, which means we have to research seasteads. City-state emergency. I will add that proposal, even though I have no intention of ever voting on it. Go ahead and go to sleep. This is what we call trolling the World Congress. Me, IRL, when I go to the UN. I'm not interested in a joint war, Sumeria. Get the hell out of my face. We could be allies, we could be friends, but I'm not doing a joint war. City-state emergency, I vote down, sir, but everyone else can vote it up. I think you all should vote for this one. Oh, they did. How beautiful. Scotland and Spain going to war with the Aztecs again. The Aztecs have a huge giga empire. They've actually captured Madrid and a couple of other things. I've never ever seen an AI get close to a domination victory. That's something I've just never seen. Is it even possible? Can it be done? Okay, one more turn and we're ready, baby. Please tell me it's behind the seasteads technology. There it is, smart materials, the tech that we were looking for. Beautiful, beautiful day. And then the final tech we'll need is right here. So smart materials will give us the Exoplanet expedition, which we can then launch and travel to Alpha Centauri at 1 light year per turn. And eventually we'll be able to increase that speed. Industrial zone logistics has been completed in here. Let's go ahead and do a few more industrial zone logistics because there are some nice engineers that we'd like to get. We will get Carl Sagoon. We'll yoinkerino him. We definitely want Stephanie Qualak, which is why we've been saving up all this money so that we can buy her when the time comes. Welcome to the World Congress. 100% production cost for gold. Blah 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 blah. That was my opinion of the World Congress right there. It has zero impact on the game. Literally zero. Literally no impact. Literally, and I say this with emphasis, no impact on the outcome of the game. Things that don't have an outcome of the game, I'm not concerned. I don't care. We have a huge stack of builders in position, ready to be fed into our spaceport. Carl Sagan is also in position. Well, actually, he needs to be in position on the spaceport itself so that we can one-turn the Exoplanet expedition, because that's what his job is. That's what he's for, because the Exoplanet expedition costs, what, like 2,800 production or something like that anyway? Okay, smart materials is researched. Environmentalism is done. Let's pop in here. Exoplanet expedition. That is a 2,100 production cost thing. And you, my good sir, will finish it instantaneously, launching us all the way to Alpha Centauri, thus triggering the win condition. We have launched all the space projects, and now 50 turns from now, we are guaranteed to win the game. However, we can make that go a little bit quicker if we are able to unlock this technology and feed the stuff in. I know for a fact, though, my audience is not satisfied until they see the win screen, and so we are locked in, baby. All right, spuds, let's sputter dude. John Roblox, go ahead and make that city more habitable. Dude, I think I made too many builders. I made them too soon. I made them too soon. I did it too soon. Make a dedication to the bodyguard of your mom. Heartbeat of Steam is fine. I don't care. It's not in the game plan. Double click. I'm now Susan of Bologna. Get up, Bologna, nut. We are gonna go ahead and we're building builders. We're doing this stuff. Tempted to just have deleted some of these builders, but they are potentially necessary. I can't believe we've already traveled 7 light years before I've even unlocked the off-world mission. That is insane to me and is incredibly rare. Never happens for me in my games. Currently, it's just about to be turned 250. It's around about the time that I usually win the game. This is like on pace for how I like to play. You can win the game sooner than this, but the way that I like to play, I don't know, it's like a really fun micromanagement. Like, this is something really satisfying about building an empire. Do you know what I mean? Let's go ahead and siphon funds, because that's what we do. It's what we do with our little spies. Spies, they steal money. They steal money. Go ahead and level you up. Foment unrest. Seems good to me. I forgot to buy Stephanie Qualiak. I will use her next turn. Let's immediately cancel this and start doing The terrestrial laser station. Military emergency. Add proposal. I don't care. I'm not privy to it. Continue to do future tech. The reason that we research future tech is because it gives a 5% production bonus towards city projects each time it is researched, which is a pretty damn good deal. Our friendship and alliance with Gilgamesh has ran out. Let's go ahead and make a deal with him. Hey, bud, why don't you renew that alliance? I think this is the third time that I've renewed this alliance in this episode, which is insane because normally I only ever do it like once per episode. The fact that I've done it twice is kind of poggers, actually. All right, dude, military emergency. I'm going to vote that down. Military emergency did pass. Someone else's problem, not mine. Feed you in there. The problem now with that feed is, right, I should be traveling 3 light years per turn, but it gets reset to 1 because the city is now underpowered. It's kind of an interesting quirk of why you shouldn't ever finish this project with a builder charge. Stephanie Kwalecki, I will put you in there. And now we can Uber 1 turn these projects. See, after this turn rolls over and this city gets repowered, we'll actually be traveling 3 light years. Well, it'll be 4 now, as it should be. If I can get this UI to update. Yep, 3. So be careful. We're 1 turning these terrestrial laser stations. That's fun. Can't really go much faster than 1 turn to do something. Pew! Build terrestrial laser station. We have fired off the laser. I'm a firing my laser. Bop! Classic meme. If you didn't giggle at that classic meme reference, do you even have a heart? You heartless person, you. I love that we're 1 turning these projects because we're making a fat 230 production in here. That's just beautiful. This is the stuff that I live for, man. To build an empire of this level, of this quality, in this short of a time, at this time of year, located entirely within my bedroom. Gentle eruption. That didn't look so gentle. It destroyed 4 tiles. What kind of lies are these? Lagrange laser station lies. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a terrestrial laser station. We shall fire the laser. We shall repair all of our tiles. These tiles need to be repaired. My tiles need to be repaired. Just click the end of the civic tree because I don't care anymore. Go ahead and spam out campus research grants because, again, I don't care anymore. It's not relevant to me. Can I take a suzerainty? We're up to 700 science per turn. Not great. Has dipped. Although we don't need the science anymore. The big thing now is production. Can we feed enough production into this thing to finish a laser station per turn? We have currently traveled 20 light years and we're traveling 5 per turn. So 4 turns until we win. Potentially less now. I don't know if completing more of these things would actually speed up how quickly we will win the game, but I'm going to continue because that's the kind of guy I am. It's the kind of guy I am. 7 light years per turn. We're working on it. Lagrange laser station. That should be the final one that we need to do. Hey, 8 light years. 2 more turns. I think we can just shift enter these bad boys. Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to say jury, but of the audience, primarily gentlemen, based on my YouTube analytics, we have, with this shift enter, completed another game of Civilization 6, this time as Minecraft Steve. What a glorious, beautiful, fun game. I hope you all had a fun time watching. And I hope you all get to see this beautiful win screen. There we go. There it is.
Much as our ancestors did ages ago, we thrust forward into the unknown. The first pioneers set forth on an uneasy course. And yet once again did our people thrive. Now, under your leadership, we plot a new course and make another world our own.
Ladies and gentlemen, Minecraft Civilization has won. Finally, after many years, we've accepted our fate, and we now bow down to Overlord Steve and the creators of Microsoft, the owners and potentially creators of this game. Listen, Total Religion's founded, okay? I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to leave. This is what you guys like to see, okay? Just one more turn. Then I do the thing that I take a screenshot. What if Minecraft was Civ? Okay, take a lovely screenshot of my empire, post it to Twitter. I love you all very much. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!